is that we all get it. Don't give in to the pain, just keep living, cause
got dreams I'm striving for. So I'm gonna live higher. I'm gonna live higher. I got dreams I'm striving.
What's up, guys? It's Toby Rosario, and in today's video I just wanted to do a really quick video to talk about Propstream and how you can pull lists, especially if you're on a budget. I can show you some filtering options. Before I get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification, that way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you feel like it provides some sort of value. Also, I'll have the link in the description for the free trial for Propstream, and I'll also have in the description free mind map. It's essentially a real estate course. I have the cold calling scripts. I have marketing channels, RVM, direct mail, anything you can think of. It's essentially a free real estate course. It's free. All you have to do is click on the link, put your email in there, and you get access to the free mind map. Again, it's in the description, as well as the free Propstream trial. So let me go ahead and log in here. All right, let me log in. Forgive me, my computer's a little slow today. Now, I haven't, this is a pretty cool update they added, List Automator. It's essentially, in a nutshell, it's essentially a list stacker. You can upload your own list to this, and it gives you all the data points, the data points that Propstream has themselves, and you can really stack a list a lot better. And then it also removes certain things if it's been sold, if it's on MLS and things like that, if it's has a mortgage, whatever the case is. It does it. I haven't signed up to it yet. I will sign up to it. I think it's like $30 a month extra on top of your monthly fee. So it looks like a pretty cool tool. I have not honestly added it yet, but I will be adding it because I think they have a 2-week free trial to give it a go, and I will be doing that just to kind of play around with it and kind of see where it takes me. So let's go ahead and get started here. So I'm just gonna do a quick, let's just pick let's just do this. So with Propstream, if you don't have it, essentially it's what they have up here is like the data field. So MLS, pre-foreclosure, auctions, foreclosures, cash buyers, liens, vacants, high equity, and you can filter it here. You can make it a pick view or a list view of all the properties. Okay, so what you want to do is remove this here. What you want to do is go to the filter tab. Okay, so you can do absentee. You can choose vacant if you like. We're going to play around with it a little bit and kind of see how big of a list shows up with all the filtering we do. So I like single family. You can do whatever property type you like. If you're more advanced, you can do condo, multifamily, duplexes, triplex, quads, whatever. Let's stick with single family for the video demonstration here. Let me lower this as well. Alright, so what you would do is not on the market, right? So that's filtering the list. Then you go back up here and you go to ownership. You do individual. So you would do individual. Alright, now years of ownership. So you could play around with this depending on your budget. I like to do 20 years of ownership, 15 to 20 years at least. I like to do that. That way they have high equity. Me personally, you could do 10 years. It really depends on your budget. But let's just go ahead and do that. And then what you can do, let's first see. All right, yeah. So depending on your budget, if you don't have enough to send direct mail to 2,180, if you wanted to get more targeted, what you can do is you can add vacants. Okay, so now we know the absentee, they have great equity, and they're vacant. So you see, it went from 2,000 to 213. you want to get more granular, you can do zip code, right? Specific zip code. Let's just say, for demonstration purposes, this is a zip code, right? Hopefully it works. Alright, so you can hit this little draw icon here, and then you can filter it, and then you can you would hit search. Alright, so in this little subdivision, or this little square I created, these are all the properties. If you're really on a budget, and then you can do the filters again and go from there. Absentee. You can do vacants. Remove this. Same thing. Now MLS. Characteristics. Now that number might change to 0, but you get the point, right? If you wanted to do that, you can. You can really filter it and just mail to 46 people, whatever the case is. And then another thing you can do is, well, let's get out of here. Clear all. Alright, so we're going to get out of here. We're going to do another search. Just going to do another quick search. Not on the market. So let's just do, I want to do absentee vacant, single family, not on the market, ownership, and then ownership. Let me go back to ownership, 20 years. So what you can do, you can go like this. You would copy that, and then you can just save the search, whatever name you like, and then put the details in here. And that way you know the exact filters that you created the list for. That makes sense? And then you have your cash buyers here. So you can, if you do it by zip code, you can know which cash buyers are in a particular zip code. And you know exactly what they purchased for. So, see here, cash sale. Alright, so he bought it for $28,000. Now that might not include the assignment fee, but you know he has cash. You know he paid cash, and you can take a look at the property, kind of get an idea of how it looks like, condition, things like that. So that is pretty cool. So you can do all these filters and then save the searches. That way you can get very specific, you can get very targeted, and save all the searches so you know exact filters. You can create separate lists, that way you don't get confused. In other words, like you can create a very small list of 30 names, absentee, vacant, 20 ship ownership, maybe some liens, if it has any. You know, you can do a whole bunch of things. And then what you would do is you have to make sure that each list, like you want to be organized. In other words, if you create a filter on one list, let's say you do absentee, vacant with liens, 20-year ownership. You want to keep that list separate, right? You want to save that search so you have the filters. And then you can create a whole new search of just absentee vacant, or absentee vacant 20-year ownership, or if it's pre-foreclosure, or whatever the case is. You want to keep those searches saved separately from other lists. What else? I'm trying to think what else you can do. Again, you can get very specific. Propstream lets you download, I think, 10,000 records a month, which is great for $99 a month, or $97. It's less than $100. So that's a great price point. Has a lot of great data, and then it also has comps, MLS comps, so you can get an idea of what a property is worth. You can see active listings, and another thing that you can do is, where is it? Tells you the purchase method, cash. You know, it's a pretty cool. I haven't used this tool, but has all this information on that property, MLS data, comparable nearby listings, tax information, mortgage information. It's pretty good. It's a ton of information on that specific property. You can look up a owner and move this over. But that's it, guys. Link is in the description for the free trial if you guys want to check that out. But that's what you guys can do. You can create a search with filters, save that search in the way I told you to save it, and you should be good to go. And then just create separate lists with those filters. That way you know exactly what filter that was, and then you can export it and send some direct mail, skip trace, and cold call. That's my time. My name is Toby Rosario. Peace.